Hello everybody, welcome to Wednesday morning, welcome to Q&A live with me, Julie. I hope everybody is doing fantastic. I know that I'm a little bit over this lockdown stuff because I'm in Victoria. I'm sure other people are feeling the same way. Even though we can get out a little bit more outside your house, it still feels like we're quite restricted to what we can do, which we are. And I know for myself that I'm kind of had enough of lockdown. So I'm really curious at how everybody else is going and how everybody else is handling their lockdown and what they're doing to amuse themselves during lockdown. I know my end, life has gotten a little bit more busier than expected, and there's stuff happening in the works, which is interesting, and we're working through it. So one of the things that I have been really pulled to this week, I've noticed, is I've had quite a few people reaching out to me saying they're in a very bad way and they're at a point where they don't feel like they should continue their lives, and that life is too hard or too much, or that they feel that the people in their life don't value them or love them or look after them or feel like they give a shit about the person really. Now, when you're in that kind of a space where you feel like you're ready to end your life, or that's even a thought process, you're in a very different mind pattern. You're in a very different way of thinking, and even if the world is offering you help in that moment, it feels like everybody's against you and nobody actually loves you, or nobody would care if you actually passed away, or nobody would care if you took your life. It's a very, very sad place to be in, very dark place to be in, though I also understand how people can get into that place where they do feel that low. Um, when you're that low, I really want to let you know that there is help. Like, I know it's so hard to hear it, and I know it's so hard to feel it, that somebody would actually care. But people do care, and there is people out there that are actually willing to help you no matter what you're going through. Lifeline is something to reach out for. So if you're feeling like you're to a point where you're going to end your life, and especially with lockdown at the moment, like, so many people are so stuck, and their normal outlets, you can't actually do your normal outlet to what would support you. If you're feeling this way, please reach out to Lifeline. Their number is 13 11 14. Please reach out to them. That's what their job is. They're there to help you. And I know it's not always simple to ask for help. Like, even if you're totally fine and you have no emotional issues and you have no mental issues and you have no anything at all and you're totally cool, even then it's a bit of a trouble to ask for help. But I'm really offering you a solution to be able to reach out and actually have the help is there. And the other thing is too, is if you're thinking about killing yourself and it actually scares you with that thought, there's a part of you that actually wants to live, and sometimes that part of you that wants to live is so suppressed and so scared, that it's a little bit harder to work through, but there is a part of you that wants to live. So I'm saying that we're supporting anybody that it needs the help, but please reach out to Lifeline. Yes, I'm sending everybody big hugs. So today, today, how is everybody feeling? Does anybody have any questions for me? It seems to be a little bit of a slower Wednesday, question-wise, which, it happens. I am here if you're needing anything. Ask me some questions. What's in the works for you? How are you going? I'm really appreciative of everyone that reaches out and does Zoom calls with me, like Zoom readings. We're still doing coaching online. I'm still doing the 3 questions for the price of 2. On Facebook and Instagram, we are attempting as much as we can to get crystals online. Life has been a little bit trickier and busier. Hey, Ash. What's your question? Give me a question. And we are open, like we are doing window shopping, and we are doing like helping you at the door. So if there is something that you're needing or wanting, we can't unfortunately let you in the shop. I think it's like $100,000 fine for me if we let you in the shop, so kind of can't do that. But yet we're more than happy to help you at the door and actually, run around the shop and get anything for you that you're actually wanting to look at, and we help you at the door. Um, how are you, Ash? Oh, okay. Oh, let's have a look. Hi, Alana. Hi, Tamara. I'm new. Oh, I'm new. I love newbies. How are you? Do you have a question for me? Alana, yes, please. Is there any guidance for me? Like everyone is feeling a bit ratty. Oh, yeah. The energy of October at the moment is designed to rattle a little bit. Haven't been feeling like it's like other months where you feel like it's a massively huge rattle and you just totally lose your shit. It doesn't feel like that with October. It feels like it's just sort of sitting there like going ding 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 and stirring up things that are laying dormant a lot deeper than actually the stuff that's on the surface, and you get rattled big time and all the emotion stuff comes up. October's more designed this month to be ratty because it's designed to gently rattle the deeper emotions that actually need to come up. And this is why it can feel a lot more uncomfortable or a lot more unsure or a lot more unstable. It's because it's actually rattling the deeper, subtle emotions that you've shoved down for so long, or that have been dormant and hidden. They're starting to surface a little bit, and that's why people are feeling very, very ratty. I mean, people in Victoria, it makes so much sense that people are all over the joint, because when people don't have a sense of hope or a sense of direction of what's actually going on, or being able to control your direction, people get ratty and that energy goes out and flutters out. It supports the human system to have two things to look forward to. So like whether you're having like a dream holiday, or you're going away for a weekend, or you've got a party to go to or something like that, it's always good to have two things in advance that you're going to, and then when you've done the first one, you actually got the next one there to go to, because it actually helps support your nervous system to know that you've got something to look forward to, and it actually helps you to like stimulate endorphins and stuff like that as an excitement. When nobody's got no way of doing anything, and you can't even go see friends, and you can't even go for a drive, and you can't do all this stuff that you normally do, that energy has to go somewhere, and it confuses people. So Alana, specific guidance for you. When I feel into you, Alana, it feels like there's something still going on with your tummy. If you can give me a resonation with that. Feels like something's going on with your tummy. I'm not sure if it's a nerves thing, like as in you're nervous, or anxiety or something like that, but it feels like there's something going on with your, especially the lower half of your tummy. I mean, crikey, you could be on your period and I'm picking up on that. Has happened before. But it feels like your tummy needs a little bit more gentleness. It feels like that you would benefit from having a little bit more of a slow down, soothing practice, especially around your tummy. It feels like there's a lot of emotions, a lot of energy in your tummy, and it feels lower. So to me, it feels like a womb space, period space. You could be due for your period, that kind of stuff. But it's also an indication too that it's time to slow down and actually nurture yourself and actually be softer with yourself. There's also a family member or something that you need to reach out to that's like, I don't know, been trying to get your attention or want your attention, or energetically reaching out to you and you haven't realized. Not a dead person on the other side, or a passed away person. It feels like a live person. But though I am communicating with the dead people in order to let you know that there's a live person that actually wants your communication. Gets a little bit tricky. Beryl and I laugh so much at the shop because quite often we actually have spirits come in. Like we'll have a passed away person or a dead person come in, and even they can click off the like the doorbell that comes in. So we actually have a thing there. We actually go, it's human. So when somebody comes to the shop or walks into the shop, we've actually got to distinguish if it's a human or a spirit, because if it's a spirit, you don't have to go down and serve them. They'll tell you what you need or what they need. But when it's a human, you've got to go down and serve them. So we actually have a little bit of a running joke that it's like, oh, it's a human. That's what that just popped into my head. So Alana, you can let me know if that resonates with you. Yes, feeling weird, cramping last night, not on my period time. Oh, interesting. To me, Atlanta, as I said, it feels like that it's more an emotional thing that's going on. It feels like you're needing to soothe yourself, and it's not necessarily something that you haven't been doing. It just feels like to me that you need to soothe yourself in a different way. Pop some coconut oil and pop some music and actually give your tummy a massage. Massage the inside of your thighs, massage your mond, and really slow down and make it a real soothing time, because it feels like all that space in there needs to be soothing, which can be like you're feeling a little bit more emotional. Ashley, I need to do a cord cutting, wondering the best way to do it. I will also post, how funny, I knew there was going to be a cord thing. I will post a cord to do through on after this. Though Ashley, it feels like yours is needing a little bit different. So when it comes to cord cutting, people do it in different ways and people believe different things. If you've got two people that are really close together, and no matter what, there's going to be some kind of an energetic tie between them. If you just walk along and go snip and walk away, it's like having a hose that's turned on and you're cutting the hose in the middle. What happens? All that energy goes everywhere and all that water goes everywhere and it causes an issue. And that can be more of a problematic energy space for the person that's actually going through it, or the person that you've actually cut off. Yeah, it can actually create more issues. So I like to do it a little bit more soother and a little bit more gently with people. If you're finding you're having trouble with somebody, like for example, you've broken up with somebody and they just won't get out of your head, or they won't leave you alone. It can be family members, like you feel like your family members are too in your face and too at you all the time, or they're too much in your business, or they know your business too much. It can be the co-worker at work, that you've actually been working with all of a sudden really closely, and then all of a sudden they've turned around and actually been, a beep to you. That energy is still there. So one of the best ways I have found to do this is you actually close your eyes and you become aware of like left, right, behind you, to your side, wherever, like do a full scan around you. Where are they located? Like where are they standing? Are they standing to your left, to your right, in front of you, behind you? Yeah. And then become aware of how close that person is to you. So sometimes when you do this, you close your eyes and they're like right there in your face. If they're energetically right there in your face, they're going to be causing issues for you, like with everything. Yeah. So that's where you want to realize how far or how close that person is to you and which direction they are. I like to sometimes ask the person to pop a bubble around the other person and ask them to move back. So you're not disconnecting the energy from them yet. You're just popping a bubble around them so you don't have to feel them as strong as you are. And sometimes people that are going through this, they can actually be quite scared of the person that they need to do this process with. It can actually feel quite scared. So like all of a sudden they're there and you're closing your eyes and they're energetically there. It can be like a bit of so to pop a bubble around them, whatever color comes to your mind, pop a bubble around them and then just ask them or tell them or push them away from you. So you've got distance. Yeah. Then what you're doing is whatever angel you're working with, you may work with a goddess, you may work with angelic, you may work with a guide, you may work with a grandparent, whatever pops to your mind, ask them to come in, and it's like they hold the cord or hold the energetic connection between this person and this person. They hold it, and their intention is that as they hold it, they make it really, 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 really little, a bit like a string of hair between you and them, and you're making it gold. and you're making it nice and gold so the energy between these two people starts to flow and it's all cleaned. Okay, so it's like popping Drano down a drain in order to clear the drain. You're helping, you're asking for the help to come down, holding it and making the connection between those two people a beautiful golden color and really, really thin. Okay, this is where you also need to become aware of where the connection is to this person and where the connection is to you. So sometimes you might feel it in your head, sometimes you might feel it in your heart, sometimes you might feel it on your right knee, sometimes you feel it in your tummy. Becoming aware of where the connection is, yeah, and also feel into you. You can't really, you can't do anything with them, yeah, but what you can do is you can feel into you and feel if that connection is feeling comfortable being in that place, or does it need to move? Sometimes they need to move up to the heart, sometimes it's in the head and you need to move them down to the tummy, sometimes it's around the right wrist and actually needs to move to the heart. Okay, because the beautiful intention is no matter what that person has done, even if they scare you, even if it's they're nasty, you still want to come with you still want to come with the intention of love, and you still want to come with the intention of placing your boundaries up, because that is so valid to make sure your boundaries are up. And this is you placing your boundaries around you. Yeah. So once that's all nice and golden thread, this is where I ask you, like all the other person that's actually helping you out, the spirit that's helping you out, is to place a double heart-shaped mirror in between that golden thread. Okay, and then what that means is that anything from this one is actually going down the thread, hitting the love-shaped mirror and bouncing back to them because it's their shit. And anything that you're producing goes down that beautiful clean line, hits that beautiful mirror, and then comes back to you. And it's actually that way. Now, some people, similar to like parents and stuff like that, you're connected to them. You belong to them. They belong to you. No matter what you do, you're connected. Yeah. All you can do is make it more comfortable for you by cleaning it. With the people that have actually caused major problems for you, this is where you can put two double heart-shaped mirrors in. And this is where you're actually using like a corduroy or like a flame, and you're actually sealing, yeah, you're actually sealing the cord or the pipe between in that mirror. So you've got your beautiful mirror and your energy that's going that way, and they've got their beautiful mirror and their energy that's going that way, and then you can fully break. Okay, Ashley, this is how I normally do it, and it works very, very beautifully. You can ask them to then move like heaps far back. You can ask them to walk away. You can ask them to be totally out of your energy field, or you can move them, say if they're on the left, you can move them to the right, just making sure that it feels more comfortable for you. Ashley, yours is a little bit different. It feels to me like you're needing to do a little bit of a freeze process, because it feels like the energy is moving way too much or way too quickly. And it feels like it's kind of overloading your system. So to me, I would actually suggest only for Ashley. Anyone else doing cord cutting, please do it the other way, but only for Ashley. I would actually use some kind of a tool that's actually going to like freeze the energy just a little bit before you try to clean it, because the energy that's going through is just like too much and it needs to be slowed down. I hope that helps, Ashley. Energetically right behind me. Yeah, okay. Yeah. And so if they're right behind you, that's not going to feel comfortable for your system. Like being right behind you, that's not comfortable. So yeah, go through that, Ashley. But as I said, it feels like you're needing to freeze the connection a little bit because it's just too much energy got flowing through. Hi, Lisa. Hi, I'm new to this. Hello. I love newbies. You can ask your question. Tamara, love question. Oh, babe, it feels like you haven't had much luck in the love department. My question to you too is like, do you actually feel that you are loved? It feels like to me that this is a pattern that's actually been going on for quite a while, even like when you're a little kid. It feels to me like there is love there, but it feels like there's an energetic block somehow to really feel it in all of your system, that you are loved, and to feel loved and to feel safe and to feel like you belong. They're like needing to drink, eat, and poop. You know what I mean? Like they're fundamental things, and if you're not getting those fundamental things, it can actually affect your system. I believe you're asking the question of love, question of like, is there a love coming? They're saying yes, there is somebody coming. I actually feel like it's more two people coming, Tamara. It feels like one of them is going to be a little bit of a challenge for you, like as in it's a challenge to see if you're going to choose differently or choose you. This is really specific, like you're going to choose you. And then the other one feels like it's going to be allowing you to choose you so you can actually feel the love that you deserve, which is really interesting. I hope that helps, Tamara. Tamara, there's also a fantastic book called Getting the Love You Want by Marvin Hendricks. He's fantastic. He's written it with his wife. He's written the book with his wife. Well worth a read. Look, I've got hair on my mouth. Lisa, welcome. Hi. Will I ever find a job? Yes. It's like, yes, without a question. I feel like you're looking in the wrong place, but I feel like you have no choice to look in the wrong place at the moment, which is really interesting. It feels like you've got some talents or some skills there that you know about that you're not utilizing, and it feels like the skills there that you know about that you're not utilizing, that's where you need to go and have a look for a job, but I'm not sure what that means. It feels like there's a lot of pressure on you too, Lisa, which is not helping you. It feels like there's a lot of like outside and external and internal pressure that's not helping you, and it feels like you've got a little bit overloaded with information or overloaded with energy or pressure. Getting some time to yourself, it's like with all that going on and with so much going on, you're not going to be able to hear your inner voice to actually know where you're needing to go and what to look for, or where to look. It feels like you're just needing some you time and actually going within. So yeah, Lisa, get some you time, babe. Hope that helps. Ashley, I also feel like gridding my house and property needs to be super powered, lol. Yes. Have you actually saged your home with Palo Santo? I've been noticing, especially this year, it's like the energies that are coming through and the energies that are coming up from the earth, the energies that are coming from the people and the energies that are coming from the universe. It's like it's needing that extra kick with sage and Palo Santo. I've noticed that massively with house cleansers and stuff as well, because as I said a couple of weeks ago, I've got a gentleman that actually goes out and does house cleansers, and I help him, like I consult for him and show what needs to be done or tell him what needs to be done, and he goes and does it for me, which is fantastic. So I've noticed a lot, especially this year. This year also I've noticed that the spiritual world has been a lot more negative out there, yeah, because they don't know what to do with themselves. The ones that are a pain in the ass, that are annoying, that are negative, that are like nasty pasties, they don't know what to do with themselves because most people are at home, yeah. Whereas they're used to being able to attach to a person and create issues and drama in that person's life and then move around as they need to, and they're not able to do that as much as at the moment. So they're going to people's homes more, and the home space is needing that little bit of extra. So please give Palo Santo a go, Ashley. Who or what is trying to get in? Exactly that. It's the fact that there's more trying to get into homes because everyone's at home. Whereas normally they can actually, coordinate with people, going to supermarkets and going here and blah, 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 shopping centers, concerts, that kind of stuff. They can move around a lot more, whereas they can't move around as easy at the moment. The other side is too, is you've also got spirits that actually need to catch your car as a taxi. They actually need to catch a ride with you to get to the airport to go on a plane, and this is all not happening at the moment. So you've got a lot of dead spirits on the other side, dead people walking around lost as well, because they've even lost their form of transport as well. So they're tending to go to people's homes a little bit more, so you've got to make sure your home's that little bit stronger. Do I even need to know? No, you don't need to know, Ashley. You just need to actually deal with it. I did pay Beryl a visit yesterday and have what I need for what to do later today. Perfect. Ashley, did you actually get some Palo Santo or have Palo Santo? I feel like that's going to be the biggest the biggest kicker. I always use sage and Palo Santo like I need an extra layer outside. Perfect. They're popping into my head, Ashley. You can grid your outside of your property with bronzite. There's also a crystal called, I can't pronounce it. I know it's the cat crystal. Let me see if I can get the spelling for it because it's like a cat. Give me a second. I want to spell it correctly because I have probably no way of pronouncing it. Okay, so it's CATACLASITE. Have no idea. Impact stone. They're showing me bronzite, and that as well will actually change the energy field with things. But actually, can you also I'm not sure where you're at with your lemons, but can you also do a new lemon and pin this as well, like pin exactly what you've just said, that my house needs to be super powered. Anything that's stopping me, my house being super powered, anything that's trying to get in is not welcome, and actually lemon that. It feels like, just even if you've just recently done a lemon, I want you to start a new lemon and actually do it that way and actually put those words in. I think that'll actually help. I just want to check. Ah, you got that one. I have no idea how to pronounce it. How funny. I was going to say you need the cat one. Oh, Ashley's just put in the thing. She goes, I got the cat one. Bronzite will also help. Yes, always using, yeah. That's brilliant. Okay, I've done that. So does that feel better now that Ashley, that you've actually frozen it and actually played with that? Let me know. Nicola, good morning, lovely lady. Am I going to get the answers about my health issues this week? Lots of tests this week. I feel like you might get some, but it feels like some of them are going to be a little bit delayed. It feels like they're got a little bit different to do, or a little bit more to do, or the test takes a little bit longer. I feel like there'll be some good news and some news, but I think it's more about a change that needs to happen than a problem, if that makes sense. Like, as in, if you don't make the change, there'll be a problem, but it feels like a change. But I feel like this is all happening in order to get you to be aware of what's going on in your body. It feels like there's a lot of times where you actually ignore your body and you actually ignore what's going on for you. Which, you know, is a coping mechanism. It's also a protective mechanism, which is totally fine because it's been doing a fantastic job for you. But I feel like this is your little bit of a heads up to get more awareness within yourself and for yourself. Hope that helps, Nicola. Hi, Pornima. How you doing? Brooke. Hi, Julie. Hi. Just wondering what spirit sees me doing for work. I feel like there's a couple of things with this, Brooke. I feel like they're showing me your hands. You're doing something with your hands. I'm not exactly sure exactly what it is. They're just showing me doing something with your hands. Though I feel like it's doing something with your hands, but it's not going to end up that way. It feels like it's going to go to something else, but at the moment you need to do something with your hands. It's so interesting. There's so many people out of work and so many people struggling around the work thing, yet there's also opportunities out there to get work, but I know it can be a little bit tricky. But yeah, something with your hands, Brooke. They're not showing me anything more. They're just showing me doing something with your hands. I hope that helps. Lisa, thank you. You're welcome, babe. I'm glad I can help. Beryl knew I needed it. Yeah, okay. I'll do a new lemon today to hope. Nope, no lemons. Go get a lemon, babe. Hugely better. Yes, brilliant, spot on. Thank you. You're welcome. Please get a lemon, Ash. You need to actually do a new lemon. There's something in relation to doing a new lemon. It was really interesting at the shop. You know, we keep up on top of our lemons a lot, and we we came in on Tuesday morning, or was it last week? No, this was last week. We walked in after not being there Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday for 4 days, and our lemon was really bad. But when I looked at the lemon, you could actually see something trapped in the lemon. So sometimes the lemons actually trap something in it because they're doing their job, but it tends to go a bit yuckier a lot quicker. Hi, Danielle. How you doing? Do you have a question for me, Danielle? Yeah, and I'll also pop the lemon, like what the lemon means, or how to do the lemon will actually make a big difference to you too. Do you see our circumstances changes? This is Danielle. Do you see our circumstances changing for the better anytime soon? This lockdown is killing us financially and mentally. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I totally understand, babe. I've had many conversations with many people over the exact same thing. It's definitely making people learn how to support themselves in a different way, and learning how to deal with the stuff that you wouldn't normally deal with. It's a blessing in disguise, really, if we choose to look at it that way, because we get to deal with the things that we don't normally wouldn't deal with, like being able to get out and about and socialize and that kind of stuff is also can be a form of us avoiding. It can be a form of avoiding having to stay at home and not having to deal with people. So yeah, it's definitely putting a lot of pressure on a lot of people. So I really feel you, Danielle. Um, changing for the better anytime soon. Danielle, they're actually saying to me that there is somebody that can actually help you. I'm I feel like it's a more of a in-house family thing. But it feels like there's somebody that can actually help you with the financial just for the interim. That is actually like seems to be really happy to help you, but I'm not sure if you actually looked into it. But it feels like there's somebody that actually help you family wise or something when it comes to financially. Mentally, oh, babe, it feels like you support a lot of people and you're holding a lot of cards and you're like, as in a lot of hats. So making sure that you actually look after yourself as well, is a really big thing. Yeah, look, I do see it getting better. I don't see it getting better in the way that you would actually like it to, but I feel like it's going to get better if you actually ask for the help, because it feels like the help is there, but you just don't realize it. Hope that helps, Brooke. Sorry, Danielle, and I'm really sending you some big hugs because I fully understand there's a lot of people in the same situation. Brooke, thank you. I'm about to start a tarot reading. Lots of shuffling. Fantastic. I love it. Even look, even I'll get my card decks out and I'll actually, ask the questions. Beryl and I often get cards out and we play with them. Nicola says my doctor was the one not listening. Sadly, now it's pretty serious. Oh, doesn't that make you frustrated? Um, yeah, doctors sometimes need a little bit of a kick up the arse. I feel like sometimes doctors are a little bit like lawyers. Unless you tell them what you need or what you're wanting them to do, they just tend to not do it. That being said, doctors are fantastic. They're there to help us. I'm so sorry to hear that it's actually now pretty serious. It feels to me, that it's not going to be as bad. Like it's not as bad as you think, or it's not as bad as they're making out. Because when I look into it, it's like it's not as amped up as they're making it, or as amped up as it feels. And I know it can be quite scary to have unknowns and unsurenesses about things. But it feels like it's going to end up being okay in some way, Nicola. But I'm really sending you some big hugs. I'll pop you on the healing board as well. That way you will actually get some distant healing and stuff, and some distant love and some distant support as well. Especially being in the hospital system and the doctor system can actually be pretty full on. Making sure you're wearing your donut as well, your crystal donut as well. That'll actually help keep you protected as well. Has anybody else got any more questions? Because I've got a couple of minutes and then I've got to go get a child. Any more questions? It's so lovely to hear from everybody. Like I can't express how happy and excited I am to be able to to jump on and to be able to help and to be able to do this. So I've said it before, the thought of actually doing this was actually really scary for me, which I knew that was like where I needed to go. So I just wanted to say that I really appreciate everybody that reaches out and really appreciate everybody that, books in, 3 questions for the price of 2, or books in for an hour reading, or books in for healing or coaching. I really appreciate it because that's what I'm here to do. I absolutely love helping people, and I love helping people through your shit. So through that emotional shit, I love helping people to actually have a better way of feeling. You know, and that's what Happiness Heals is about. It's here to help you find your happiness. So just a reminder, we are open Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Thursdays, Fridays from 10 till 5:30. We are doing online orders. As you know, you can pick up if you're pretty local. You know, I've been jumping on my bike, or we've been, you know, delivering your items to you, just for the fact that the Australia Post is all over the joint at the moment. But I really want to say that we're very, very grateful for all the support that everybody's actually given us through this COVID lockdown time. I know there's a lot of businesses that haven't survived, and there's a lot of businesses that actually won't be opening their doors again. So I just really want to say that we're so excited to be opening our doors, and we really, really appreciate the support. Nicola, thank you so much. I trust I'm protected, and I'm looking forward to feeling well again when it's fixed. Yeah, totally, babe. Nicola, I would also be asking if there's any resistance in your body to actually being fixed or to actually feeling healthy, because quite often our bodies will have a bit of a resistance there without realizing we're having a resistance, because technically there's parts of us that don't want to change because they don't want to lose their job role. So Nicola, I'd be looking into and just checking to make sure that all parts are on board to create more satisfaction and less pain, and you don't have one of them fighting there for resistance. But I wish you healthiness as well. Danielle. She says, thank you, hun. Really hoping jobs open back up ASAP. Yeah, totally understand. Like totally understand, babe. Like fully. I can see how this has made us appreciate the simple things more. Yeah, totally. One more thing, if possible, please. Love it. I need some guidance on how to help with my anxiety, especially when it comes to my son being back at school. Yeah. Anxiety is there because your system is going too fast, or the energy coming to you around that is too fast, or the thought process is too fast, or it's just a bit of an overload on your system. The biggest thing with anxiety is working out how to self-soothe and slowing everything down. So, Danielle, it feels like it's your... Okay, Danielle, it feels like you do a lot in your brain, and it feels like it gets too overloaded. And then because you're doing so much in your brain, what happens is then it's like your monkey brain starts giving you all these scenarios, and all these scenarios then start having energy, and all the scenarios having energy start amplifying, and then everything becomes too much, and then it's just too much. Okay? My question to you would be I've just read that you can see how it's helping you to appreciate the smaller things in life. My invitation to you would be what are the fantastic things about your son going back to school? I know that all my kids were back on Tuesday or Monday, and it was like, oh my god, the house was actually quiet, and I was like, oh my god, my nervous system feels fucking fantastic because it's actually quiet. Yet I also know there's big anxiety to actually send children to school because they're not in your care and they're not in your control, especially with the pandemic, you know, all that kind of stuff out there. Yet Danielle's just said, wow, you're spot on there. Yeah, you're welcome, babe. But it feels like to me you've got to refocus that monkey brain to be seeing all the good things. Like, as I said, I've just seen you said you can see how this has made us appreciate the simple things more. What are the simple things that are awesome about him going back to school? What are the positive things that you can actually see out of this? It's a matter of changing the thinking around and changing the brain around, but also learning how to self-soothe, Danielle. If you're needing a little bit more help with that, because usually with anxiety you do need a little bit more help diving deep with what's actually going on. You know that you guys know that that's what I do. I help out people energetically to work out what's going on. I'm very good at it to help people clear their stuff. But working out how to self-soothe and working out how to actually calm the mind down by redirecting it to what is good, Danielle. What is good in your life right now? That's a fantastic way to actually bring yourself back to you and bring yourself back to self-soothing. Another way is to actually place your hand on your chest and actually just run down your chest and down to your yoni, and actually just like self-soothe, like what is good now? You know, I am safe in all situations. I'm able to calm myself. I'm able to self-soothe. Even like, I'm okay. I'm okay. Yeah, learning how to self-soothe. Hope that helps, Danielle. Christy, are you doing online readings? Yes, I do everything via Zoom. At the moment, obviously, I can't do much more, but online is, yeah. So I'll do 3 questions for the price of 2. And you ask the 3 questions, and I actually record it to you and actually send you the recording. If you're wanting an hour Zoom reading, yeah, just give the shop a call or let me know, and we can book you in a time. But we're doing it via Zoom. But if anyone's needing help, more than happy to help out, because that's what I do, and I love doing it. And on that note, I'm going to say, please keep safe, everyone. Let's hope that this is not going to last much longer. I speak to people overseas, because I've got coaching clients overseas in America and stuff like this, and all around America and a few other places, and they still cannot believe, like, they're blown away that Victoria is actually so locked down. Like, they cannot fathom it. Like, it's unbelievable how shocked they are that we're still locked down so much. So yes, if you're wanting an online reading, more than actually happy to help you out. Danielle says, thank you. I will try that out. I appreciate it a lot. Oh, so much love to you, babe. If you're needing help with it, just let me know. You know, we can jump on a Zoom call and actually help you out with that. I'm sending everybody loves, hugs. Let's hope we're out of this soon. Look after yourselves. Reach out if you're needing help. As I said, if anyone feels like, because I said I've had a few people reach out, they feel like they're going to get to a point where they're going to take their life, please reach out to Lifeline at 13 11 14. That is their job, to actually help you out. There is help out there. There is somebody that's actually wanting to help you. You've just got to allow it. Have a fantastic week, and I will see you next Wednesday at 11:30.